Hi, I'm with Brainy Bloom, and I'm here to give you a brief tutorial to show you how to access the Britannica vendor, which is one of our 16 publishers that are available with our Brilliant level membership. As you can see here, this is what the page looks like when you log on. You can see that you have at your fingertips access through these icons to all the various vendors that you will have access to. And then down here, there's also a large variety of other resources broken down by the subject. So for today, this tutorial will focus on Britannica Online. All I do is simply click on the icon, and that will take me to the Britannica Online login page. Now, in this case, I've already logged in, so I don't have to put in a username and password. If I needed the username and password, I would simply click there. I would retrieve my username and password, and then I would use it to access the vendor. Once you have logged in the first time with any of these vendors, you will find that particularly if you use Chrome as your browser, you will find that you will not have to log in a second time. So it's very convenient. We are now going to take a look at Britannica, and we're going to learn a little bit about what Britannica has to offer. First of all, you can see that it's broken down into both a elementary, middle, and high school level. So let's take a quick look at elementary, and then we'll move through them. Elementary provides you with these different categories: articles, media, world atlas, biographies, animal kingdom. There's a special Britannica learning zone for pre-K to 2 students. There's a section where you can compare countries, a geography explorer, and tour the USA. The first thing we're going to take a look at today is the biography section. And this is very easily categorized, as you can see, by the alphabetical order. So if I want to look for Martin Luther King, for example, I would simply click on the K. I would scroll down past Kennedy, past Francis Scott Key, B.B. King, and lo and behold, here we've got Martin Luther King. We can see here that we've got a very nice presentation of introduction to Martin Luther King's life. We've got some images. We can click down here, and we've got a factoid that King was inspired by Africans who gained independence from the colonial rulers during the 1950s. We've also got a drop down for his early life. We've got a drop down for the civil rights movement. And if we want to hear this read to us.
In 1954, King became pastor of a Baptist church in Montgomery, Alabama. In 1955, an African-American woman named Rosa Parks refused to give her seat on a Montgomery bus to a white man. She was arrested for breaking a segregation law. Such laws were meant to keep blacks and whites separate. To protest her arrest, King encouraged African Americans not to ride city buses.
So as you can see, this is a very, very nice interface, which is very user-friendly and very intuitive. You can grab these particular articles within the biography section in 2 reading levels. We just looked at reading level 1. If we click here on 2, we can get to reading level 2, which is a slightly different interface, and it's a higher reading level. So this can be completely customized to what your student requires. In this higher reading level, this is for the middle school. We can also see some of the same articles, and we can also see a video, of course, on Martin Luther King. So we'll just take a quick.
The example of Mahatma Gandhi helped to convince Martin Luther King Jr. to use nonviolent forms of protest. Gandhi had protested peacefully to help India gain independence from Great Britain.
So that gives you a quick overview of what the biographies section offers. And as you can see, there are literally thousands and thousands of different biographies. You can pick just about anybody that you can think of, and they're going to have a representation in this section. And This is phenomenal for studying the different leaders and people who have made an impact on history, and it's also a wonderful place to get information for research papers. So this is in the elementary level, you can see that it's pretty much the same setup, and each one does have the ability to
Imprisonment.
read aloud.
Mandela later helped the ANC to create a secret military force. Mandela became famous during his years in prison.
Okay,
Many
let's
South
go
Africans
back
worked to free him.
and
International groups and people in other countries also supported Mandela.
we are going to now take a look at what the some of the other offerings in addition to biographies are. In addition to biographies, we can just click back and we can also find that there are articles. And let's take a quick look at articles to familiarize you with how to find articles. So let's go down to social studies. Social studies is broken up into these categories over here on your left. You can see that there is everything from war and world social studies all the way up to Australia social studies. This is an international program. We welcome families from all over the world, and we have tried to pick vendors that have international kinds of content. So let's just go into a moment to the government, and this constitutes a deeper dive into the various important names that we find within government. We can also click even deeper and get into the Constitution. We can look at forms of government. We can look at law. And in keeping with its name, the Britannica School is set up very much like an encyclopedia in that you can click on any topic and then it will go into a more deeper look. Again, we have the read aloud focus feature, and we have some drop downs to get even further into the issues. If we want to go up to the middle level, we have a little bit more sophisticated review of the same information. So it's very easy to customize this for children. In fact, you can even assign one topic on child abuse to your student who might be in third grade, and then the same topic just in the second level, reading level, to your student who might be in seventh grade. And now let's take a look at what child abuse looks like in the third level. This is obviously a more like a 9th to 12th grade level, and this provides students with a little bit of a deeper, more sophisticated view. So let's go back. So far we've looked at biographies, we've looked at articles, and we are now going to review a couple of the other features. So this was articles. Now let's take a look at the Britannica Learning Zone for pre-K to 2 students. This is obviously for the younger children among us.
Hi,
And
my name is Newton. Welcome to the Britannica Learning Zone. We're going to have lots of fun. Just move your mouse over something and I will tell you how it works.
Alien. A person from another country who lives in the United States is called an alien. Some of these people become citizens. Then they aren't aliens anymore. My mom is from Scotland.
Jen is at the beach looking for seashells. She already has one big pink seashell. Move your mouse over the map and click to learn about the world.
let's click on it, Africa. And then a video comes up, a 2-minute and 5
In the larger
seconds.
cities, one can find the open-air markets, where one can buy the wide variety of foods grown in the countryside.
So I can click on any of these icons or pictures down below, and up will come.
Kangaroos are Australia's best-known wild animal. The name is supposed to come from an Aboriginal word that sounded like kangaroo to Captain.
Now I've clicked on the gorilla.
Gorillas live in groups that can number from a few to over 20 animals. They travel around together, eat together, and sleep in the same place.
The eagle.
The eagle, a bird that embodies both power and grace, has been the chosen symbol of many civilizations, representing loyalty, strength, and courage. In 1782,
So you can see that just by clicking on the icons, a young student as low as 3 or 4 years
Every country has
old
its own special moods, its own distinct faces, and Switzerland is no different.
can
Its
easily
character is influenced by
access
its 4
a
languages,
very
German,
short,
French,
interesting video
Italian.
on that topic. All right, now we're going to move quickly over to some of the other features that are available here. And we're going to take a look at well, we're not going to continue to review all these because I think that it's fairly easy to understand how you would get to the other, these other categories. This is just something very, very user-friendly and very easy. We can play games here, we can learn words, we can make matches, we can match mammals, amphibians, reptiles, birds, other sea animals. Britannica is a beautifully done site with lots and lots of amazing content. So I've just clicked on to the animal kingdom, and again, I can see a whole list of materials on the animal kingdom, particularly amphibians and reptiles. I'm going to click on frog just to quickly show you that we get another wonderful screen with the read aloud function.
Article. Frogs are small animals that can jump very well.
And that will go as long as you want it to. And the student can just really click around to their heart's content and meanwhile be immersed in a very rich environment for learning. We've spent some time now on the elementary. The middle school and high school features function very similar to what we've just looked at, only the interface is designed for an older student. But you can still access many of the same. We're going to just skip right up here to high school. So high school has a more sophisticated interface. As you can see, right off the bat, it's going to give you something that's interesting in the news. And if you want, you can click more like this. These are 3 items that are in the news today. You can see it's dated. On this day in history, this is what occurred 53 years ago today. I Have a Dream speech. The famous Martin Luther King speech was given at the March on Washington in the 1963 March on Washington. We've also got news from the New York Times. Over here, we have recommended U.S. primary sources. So if we were so inclined, we could go directly to the Constitution of the United States and in a primary source, see it's specifically what the original drafters of the Constitution had in mind. We can also explore biographies. And here we're going to just click on we can search by their cultural association. We can search by the era that they are famous for. So in keeping with our search of Martin Luther King issues, we would go to the 1900 to present, and we would click on the go right there. And then we would begin to search for under biographies up here, which is the category that we're on. And we can just simply put into our search box up here, Martin Luther King, and up will come all of the resources that Britannica has available. So over here, we can filter our results by articles, images, videos, dictionary, magazines, sites that have been selected by Encyclopedia Britannica as outstanding sites, primary sources, and then there are also lesson plans. So in keeping with our topic, let's simply click on, these are the articles. There have been 97 articles that have come up. I'm seeing that result right there, 1 through 10 of 97 results. So that's 97 distinct articles, all written in the 3rd level. Then if I wanted to just look at images, let's say I was doing a slideshow or a PowerPoint presentation or even a video, and I wanted to put together a lot of images of Martin Luther King, I've got hundreds and hundreds of images here. Actually, this search result is telling me that I have 641 results of images for Dr. Martin Luther King. We can also click on any of the videos that are available and immediately be taken to a larger view of those pictures. If we want to download or print or email those pictures, we have the ability over here. We can favorite them, we can print them, we can email them, or we can cite them into our paper. So this is a phenomenal resource that gives you, this is sort of like a slide viewer where we can take a look at the pictures upright, one by one, in a much clearer fashion. All right, let's now quickly zoom over to videos and see what kind of videos this search engine offers us. Okay, we've got 39 results for videos of Martin Luther King, and let's see if we can actually find a video of the I Have a Dream speech, which would be very interesting to be able to see that. Now, it looks as though the search result is bringing me to a variety of other kinds of things, and I'm going to just click on my search. Okay, so it's taking me back to the articles and so on. We can go through the dictionary, through the magazines, and we can see what other kinds of resources we have available. So this really pulls together in a very, very efficient manner the information that we would need if we were researching or doing a presentation on a historical figure like Dr. Martin Luther King. This is basically going to be the end of the tutorial for Britannica School, and we wish you the very best with your Brainy Bloom experience. Thank you so much.